Hi everyone, this is John Gerardi with Right to Life of Central California, bringing you another in our 40 videos for 40 Days series. 40 Days for Life is the international campaign of prayer and presence outside abortion clinics throughout the country and throughout the world. If you want to learn more about our 40 Days for Life campaign here in Fresno, get in touch with us at 559-229-2229. Now, today on the show, I want to talk very briefly about packing the courts. Packing the courts. This is a big ticket item for the pro-choice left. They are very angry about the fact that President Trump appointed 3 Supreme Court justices and a gazillion, I think around 200 judges to the lower federal courts, and they want to pack the courts. So first, I want to explain what that means. Packing the court basically means to expand the number of seats on a court, whether it's the Supreme Court or one of the lower federal courts, to expand the number of seats on that court while you are in power so that you can appoint judges of your ideological persuasion in order to achieve certain kinds of policy outcomes. Now, the term court packing entered the American political lexicon in 1937 when Franklin Roosevelt tried to do it. After the 1936 election, Roosevelt was reelected. His Democrat Party was elected to enormous majorities in both the House and the Senate, and he had as firm a mandate to rule as you could possibly want. But the one thing Roosevelt didn't have was the Supreme Court on his side. The Supreme Court kept knocking down, ruling as unconstitutional, various of Roosevelt's New Deal policies, and he kept losing in these 5-4 decisions. So Roosevelt was getting ticked at that, and he decided that he would offer legislation to expand the number of justices on the Supreme Court. Now, that's a weird thing about our Constitution, is that it doesn't set the number of justices who sit on the Supreme Court. The Constitution says you have to have a Supreme Court, but it doesn't say how many justices you can have, you need to have, and Congress can change the number of justices just by passing a law. So Roosevelt wanted to add 6 seats to the Supreme Court so that he could fill all 6 seats. And the Democrats of his time thought that that was a step too far. That, listen, you're sort of acting near tyrannical here. This is really hyper-politicizing the court. And Roosevelt's own Democrat Party in Congress at the time stopped him. And they thought it was such a dangerous act that they hoped, and you have statements from members of the House Judiciary Committee from the time and the Senate Judiciary Committee from that time saying that they not only rejected it, but that they hoped that no president would ever try such a stunt again. Well, the Democrats are right now at the point of wanting to try to do the same thing. They're mostly doing this because of Roe v. Wade. They are afraid that the new 6-3 Republican appointee majority on the Supreme Court will overturn or at least chip away at Roe v. Wade. Now, will it happen? I don't know. In order to do so, the Democrats need to abolish this Senate procedure called the filibuster. The filibuster is this internal Senate rule that says you actually need 60 votes to advance most pieces of legislation, not just a mere simple majority of 50 plus 1. And it doesn't look like the Democrats have the votes to abolish the filibuster. Joe Manchin from West Virginia is opposed to abolishing the filibuster. Kristen Sinema from Arizona, and also our own Senator Dianne Feinstein from California, oddly enough, has said that she is not in favor of abolishing the filibuster or of expanding the number of justices on the Supreme Court. So the Democrats don't look like they have the votes to do it now, but it is kind of scary to think that if they do attain a serious majority in the Senate, that could happen. And, the new justices on the Supreme Court are quite possibly going to be President Trump's most lasting pro-life legacy, because if they rule in the way that a lot of us think that they will, they could be the downfall of Roe v. Wade, Planned Parenthood versus Casey, and Doe versus Bolton. For Right to Life of Central California, I'm John Gerardi.